Can we give Ryan Garcia credit for that win despite coming over 3 pounds? And is it a form of cheating? I guess you're alluding to like missing weight and everything like that. Yeah, there. I guess like technically, if you guys want to call it cheating, you can call it cheating because ultimately, they're weight classes for a reason. In terms of a title fight, it's cheating. But Ryan didn't get the belt ultimately. He didn't become champion at 140 pounds, and he was fine with that. He just wanted to win the fight. Ultimately, I don't think he should be, ridiculed for that and criticized, because ultimately you have to remember where he's coming from. He's coming from a state where he basically, faced embarrassment. Everyone said he quit against Tank, but you guys got to remember the circumstances under which he took that Tank fight. You remember that time where it was supposed to be the time where Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford were going to make a big fight. They weren't doing it. Boxing needed a big fight, and the next biggest names were next to Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence were Tank and Ryan Garcia fighting each other. So how did that happen? Ryan Garcia tried to make it happen, but they were saying, catch weight rehydration clause or no fight. And Ryan Garcia said, okay, I'll do this for the sport of boxing. That's ultimately what happened. It wasn't, really Tank that made that fight. Don't get me wrong, he won the fight and he deserves credit for that. But at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia had to agree to those stipulations, had to get down to 136 pounds, which at his frame where he's 5'10", walks around 150, 160. It's not easy to get to 136. With his frame, you know what I mean? Like he's a muscular kid. And I'm talking 150, 160 with a low percent of body fat. So that's basically his strong weight. So to get down to 36 is just tough. And I think that, technically, everyone's going to call it cheating because coming in overweight, that's technically breaking a rule in the sport of boxing. But still, you have to understand, like, everything he went through in the Tank fight, he kind of took it out on Devin, and Devin became a byproduct of that. So it is what it is. That's the sport of boxing. Ryan Garcia got the best of Devin Haney, and ultimately I personally think Devin Haney and his father, the best decision that they should have made was when Ryan Garcia came in overweight. For anybody else, they would have said, we're not fighting. No fight. 3 pounds overweight, that's ridiculous. That's unprofessional. No fight. But for Ryan, they said, it's fine. We're going to beat him anyways because they slept on him. Like Devin Haney said, he slept on Ryan Garcia, not only in the fight, but outside of the fight. He saw all the antics, no matter what. No matter if Devin Haney was saying, we're prepared for the best Ryan Garcia, they really weren't, because they went in there and implemented a game plan where Devin was basically, doing what they were talking about in the lead up to the fight, in the press conferences. He was in the middle of the ring trying to trade with a guy like Ryan Garcia, and you can't do that. That's not part of your style. You don't have the arsenal to trade with a guy like Ryan. You don't have the same power that he does. You don't have the same hand speed. What you're supposed to be doing is using your advantages and utilizing them in the fight. The advantages you have over Ryan Garcia, which is your IQ and your jab. And Ryan Garcia had a way of forcing Devin Haney to basically abandon his jab with that left hook. He didn't just throw it, he'd throw the jab and then land that left hook. It was nasty. The left hook was set up by the jab. So that just goes to show, for Ryan Garcia to really have success, he doesn't need much. He just needs to land that hook, and he's found that when he throws that sharp jab, people catch it, and then he goes around your guard, bam, and it's lights out. So Ryan Garcia is one of those guys you just can't play with in the sport of boxing, and Devin Haney found that out. Unfortunately, Devin had to take that loss, the first loss, but I think in the sport of boxing that was a good outcome, because it showed like everything we thought was going to happen was wrong. The sport of boxing told us the truth. No matter what, Devin Haney, if you get hit by a clean shot from Ryan Garcia, you're going down. And getting cracked in that first round like that really changed the whole course of the fight. Do I think Ryan Garcia could have made 140 pounds? Yeah, if you're saying that you were drinking, you were smoking, and you didn't have the best conditioning, that means you didn't run, you didn't have a clean diet. So 3 pounds, I'm pretty sure you could have easily made that weight, actually, and you might have not even had to kill yourself. There were just things you had to do, but still his talent alone got him the victory. Then that still deserves a level of respect, because Ryan Garcia went in there strong. He said, Tank fought me dehydrated, I was weak, I was depleted, and basically a dead man walking. So, you know, this is going to be different. That's not going to happen this time. And he made sure that he felt extra strong getting into that ring. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney was in a very difficult spot, or he was facing a guy who was just as fast as him. You know, Devin Haney was facing a guy not even just as fast as him. Devin Haney was in there with a guy who was faster than him, physically stronger than him, and hit harder than him. So it's a tough matchup. You know, being just as young as he is, you know, Devin's used to fighting guys that are a little bit older, a little bit more out of their prime, and smaller physically. So when you get in there with a guy that's 5'10", he's bigger than you are, stronger than you are, the hands are fast, you know, he had no answer. So because it's styles. You compare the styles, the advantages. Honestly, Ryan Garcia, the main weakness that he had was the IQ and the lack of his jab, but he used it a little bit, faded like it usually does in a Ryan Garcia fight, but he didn't need much to put Devin Haney away. He just needed to land those rounds, because from rounds 2 to 5, I saw Devin Haney dominating those rounds, but Ryan still had that power. It made Devin Haney gun shy to throw anything with some real intent. And anytime that, you know, Devin Haney would really plant his feet, Ryan Garcia would be ready to capitalize with that left hook, and Devin Haney did evade it on multiple occasions during that fight. It's just when Ryan Garcia just keeps throwing it, it might crack you. You know, you're gonna be in position, no matter how good you are. At some point, you might set your feet, and when you set your feet, Ryan's gonna land that. And I think guys like Shakur Stevenson, they're really taking note of it. And in the back of Shakur's mind, he's like, I'm not getting in the ring with Ryan, because me and Devin have similar styles. And I think, you know, even though Shakur's, in my opinion, is a little bit better in terms of, you know, knowing his distance, knowing he's in and out of range, I still think that that's a dangerous fight for Shakur Stevenson to go up against Ryan Garcia. He even said, I'm only like gonna fight at 40. If he's going up to 47, I'm not fighting him. That's what Shakur said, and I think that's smart, because why would you get in there with a guy that's physically much bigger than you? You know, I think everyone in the sport of boxing now respects Ryan Garcia. They know that you can't just play with him. He's not just a social media star. He's definitely not a social media influencer, he is that, but he's definitely a boxer as well. He can fight, he can put your lights out. So I think the whole boxing world got put on notice that he's the real deal. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. Do we get that Tank rematch? I think that's the fight to make. Ultimately, it's just a matter of, can they figure out the catch weight, because I don't know if Ryan Garcia will be able to find it something that they can agree on with Tank, because Tank hasn't even wanted to go up to 140 to fight Devin. So you think he's going to go up again to give Ryan a rematch? Like, I'm not sure he will, but I think at the same time, there's so much money involved that, like, Tank would be a little bit foolish to not take that fight. And I think that if he's really confident, he won't have a problem. At least Tank won't. I don't know. Tank has a lot of people in his ear talking about, you know, you're the A side, you're the real champ. You know, don't let him manipulate you and do the same thing that we did to him. So, you know, it may be a hard fight to make, but I think there will be a lot of money for Tank. So Tank and Ryan's definitely that fight to make. But let me know in the comments, do you guys think it was fair Ryan Garcia comes in 3 pounds overweight? I think it did help him, but ultimately, you know, Ryan still would have cracked Devin and probably had him in a lot of trouble no matter what. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. That's going to do it for another Naz Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.